Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Liquid Gold, your prime news source for the cutting edge of the crypto economy. I'm your host, Rob Blasetti. Let's get into today's content. Collapsed Australian crypto exchange ACX allegedly used customer funds to run their business. So ACX was an exchange that was in Victoria, Australia. They had a parent company, Blockchain Capital, which recently went into liquidation, owing the creditors $50 million. ACX was caught using their customer funds as collateral to run the business, and they also mixed a lot of the users' funds in the same pools, which is really not great because you can't tell which coins are owed to which user. So there's a lot of shady practices here. The revelations were made in the Supreme Court of Victoria on Wednesday during the public liquidator's examination into the group. So they've been in court recently, and this is what's come out of it. My take on this is it's not a good idea to hold your coins on an exchange to begin with. So we might buy them from a centralized exchange, but then you should probably get yourself like a hardware wallet, something like Trezor. If you go to trezor.io, get yourself this kind of USB stick hardware wallets you plug into your computer and move your coins from the exchange to that wallet. That way you avoid exchange risk altogether, because the problem is these companies, even though they're well regulated, when they're under financial duress and stress, they can make bad decisions and they have custody over your money. So that's just a recipe for disaster. It's happened time and time again in this industry. Not your keys, not your coins is the phrase that we go by. Get yourself a hardware wallet and stay safe out there. It is a dangerous wild west in crypto. Even though we're about 10 years in, it is still very young. So next up, hackers steal 300,000, I assume that's US dollars, from OlympusDAO, and then they returned it all the same day. So even though this is pretty good because that's essentially them white hacking, finding a bug, and then allowing the users, the developers to fix it, and they returned it, it's not great for the protocol to have a bug in it. I think this has happened because they've deployed their bond protocol recently, which is kind of like a version 3 update to OlympusDAO that has left them a little vulnerable during the update. Fortunately, they were doing it in a phased release, so only not all the funds were accessible to this bug, which is really great. But it is a bit of a downer that there was a bug found. I think this is actually good in the long term because this helps the protocol improve, and if this bug is found, the funds are returned, then this prevents it from happening in the future. So this is the typical ethos of why they have like bug bounties on these protocols, which OlympusDAO does have a bug bounty. This allows them to make sure that bugs are found, and they pay these hackers in order to essentially fix the holes in the protocol. OlympusDAO has been a great DeFi project, so if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. They kind of led with protocol-owned liquidity. They were the first project to say, you know what, let's try and get the protocol to have the liquidity. That way you don't have to trust the users that spin up this cryptocurrency, that they won't kind of screw you over and sell when everybody's buying. This way the protocol owns all the liquidity, and they have buying and selling algorithms baked into the protocol that kind of keep it stable. So the idea is for it to be the reserve currency of DeFi. I think it's a great innovation. It's just going to take a while for it to kind of take off and work. The vision for OlympusDAO is for DeFi projects all over to be holding their own token. And they would use that as a kind of very primary source of liquidity to be able to trade with their pairs all over DeFi. So it's got great potential. Obviously, the price has come down a lot since it was first released. It went all the way up to the thousands in US dollars. Now it's down to like $10 in US dollars. But DeFi as a whole has declined like 90% in this bear market, so it's not surprising. But nonetheless, it's a great thing that hackers have found a bug that can be fixed, and then we won't deal with that problem in the future. Next up, Reddit users opened 2.5 million crypto wallets after the launch of NFT marketplace. This is really cool. Reddit has been really championing profile picture NFTs over the last few months. They released their marketplace in July, I think it was, and 2.5 million crypto wallets is quite a bit for NFTs right now. Like, the market is down. I could show you, we've got some June analytics that shows, so the OpenSea monthly volume on Ethereum has been way down since June this year, and the fact that they're still taking off in this bear market shows that users want NFTs for profile pictures. That is at least kind of a primary use case for them right now. And we know that the market's going to come back once we bounce back. People will be buying and trading NFTs again, but it's just great to see that the innovation is still taking hold as social network profile pictures. So it's not just Reddit, it's like I think Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are all integrating NFTs or have already integrated NFTs in their profile pictures. It's a great one to know about, and I think it's just going to get bigger and bigger from here. Elon Musk, Tesla, still hodling 218 million in Bitcoin. So even though Tesla's sold about 75% of their holdings of their Bitcoin in July, Tesla still holds 222 million worth of the digital assets on their balance sheet. So this kind of shows that Elon Musk has confidence in cryptocurrency in the future. They're still holding it even in this bear market. And I think that's great to see, especially with his interest in Twitter. He's made comments about integrating payments into Twitter. And we know that he's recently made a purchase of Twitter to take it private from its public currently owned public position. So it's going to be really cool to see what he does with crypto and Twitter once he's taken the company private. Tesla's one of the largest holders of Bitcoin publicly traded on a company after MicroStrategy, which has 130,000 Bitcoin, 2.5 billion. That's a crazy amount. So that's all for today's news. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.